Hello guys, Robot1 here, and welcome to the Future of Yu-Gi-Oh! A segment on my channel where we talk about cards, decks, all of that, coming out later on in the game, and basically discuss how good they are, look at them at their first hand. Like, I haven't read any of these cards, like, that's normally what I tend to do. I tend to give you my first reactions as well on the Future of Yu-Gi-Oh! And just discuss them, look at them, and talk about how good they will be later on in the game when they're actually released. Now, obviously, all these cards are Master Rule 5 cards, so they will only be out after the Master Rule 2020 adjusted, revised, all of that list. So let's get into this, because I kind of want to look at the new Sunflowers from the Secret Slayers. And honestly, like, I'm getting Trickstar vibes now that I keep thinking about it, because I did see some of the artworks for the cards, and it literally looks like Konami were like, ooh, let's copy the Trickstar artwork onto these ones. So yeah, like, I feel like they just copy my homework, just make it look a bit different, so I don't get it. Yeah, see, it's kind of similar. But we're going to start off. So Sunflower Petal is our first one, a level 1 water plant effect monster. 0 attack, 0 defense. You can only use this card's first and second effect once per turn each. During your main phase, you can take one flower monster, Snowflower monster, not Sunflower, Snowflower monster from your deck, except Snowflower Petal, and either add it to your hand or send it to the graveyard. You you cannot special monster for the rest of this turn except plant monsters. Okay, and during your opponent's end phase, if you control no monsters or all monsters you control are plant monsters, and this card is in your graveyard, you can special summon this card. Wait, so this card basically says I am a free monster every turn. So I'm basically a Treeborn Frog on my opponent's end phase, and I also get to either add or send a Snowflower monster from my deck to the grave, or add it to my hand. 1-for-1 target is busted. Okay, hopefully the other monsters are as good as this, otherwise the Snowflower deck ain't gonna be anything. Alright, so Snowflower Spirit Prim. Okay, level 4 water plant effect monster. 800 attack, 1800 defense, first and second effect once per turn. If a monster is tributed, if a monster you control is tributed, you can specify this card from your hand in defense position. Alright, so this is kind of revolving like around the Xyz monster, because that revolves around tributing. You can target up to 2 plant monsters you control, increase their levels by 2 until the end of this turn. Okay, so this is trying to get you into the this is trying to get you to get into the rank 8 a lot easier. Snowflower Spirit Cyclin. Cyclin? I my dyslexia is kicking in. Level 4 water plant effect monster. 1800 attack, 800 defense, so it's the opposite of this one's stats. Prim. You can tribute this card from your hand or field and target 2 plant monsters you control. Increase their level by 2 until the end of the turn. Wait, so it really is the opposite of this? But, I mean, they synergized well together, because you normal summon this, tribute it, special summon this, but what's this other effect? During the end phase, if this card is in your graveyard because it was tributed and sent there this turn, you can special summon it but banish it when it leaves the field. Now, if this had a restriction that said you can only special summon plant monsters for the rest of the turn, or if it was tributed and it was only during the main phase and hard ones per turn, which is, I would say this is good, but it has to be summoned during the end phase. It is during either player's turn end phase, so there is potential synergy, but that's not good. Alright, let's continue. Snowflower Spirit Peony. Peony peony, and also you can see what I mean. Like this artwork, like the background is just Trickstar copy. It's copy. Um, all right, so level 6 water plant effects monster, 1000 attack, 2400 defense. Okay. Tribute one plant monster, special summon this card from your hand. Okay, that's not bad. Like that gives you free access into like tributing this, and tributing this. So that's pretty good. If this card is normal summoned or special summoned by a plant monster effect, you can add one Snowflower Spell Trap card from your deck to your hand. So, okay, you special summon it by its own effect, and then you get to add a Snowflower Spell Trap to your hand. Not bad. I'm hoping the Snowflower spells or traps are good. Otherwise, this is pretty much irrelevant. But continue. Snowflower Spirit Erica. All right. Level 6. She's the opposite of this one. When an attack is declared involving another of your plant monsters, you can tribute this card from your hand or field. Your battling monster gains 1000 attack until the end of this turn. Okay, so this is basically like an Alistair, I would say, or an Honest. More so to an Honest because it is only is when an attack is actually happening. But 1000 attack is similar to Alistair. All right. If a plant monster you control is tributed while this card is in the graveyard, you can special summon this card in defense position, but banish it when it leaves the field. Okay, so that's not bad. Like, plant monster tributed, you get free special summon this. So if this is in the graveyard, you have this in hand and a plant monster on board, that's instant access into a rank 6 play. That is not bad whatsoever. All right, Snowflower Spirit Snowdrop. Okay, level 8, 1200 attacks, 2600 defense. You contribute one plant monster, special summon this card, and one other plant monster from your hand. Also, you cannot special summon monsters for this turn except plant monsters. Huh. That's pretty good. That's actually really good. Just a free trip on a plant monster, and you get special summon this and any other plant monster in your hand. And the only restriction is you can only summon plant monsters. Huh. That's pretty good. You can target one plant monster you control. The levels of all plant monsters you control become that target's level until the end of this turn. Sick. So I'm just going to target itself, make it level 8, and go instantly into my rank 8. Pretty good. All right. And now this is the opposite of this one. Snowflower Spirit Helleborus. Okay. It's Helleborus. She's a demon. Again, copying the backgrounds. 2600 attack, 1200 defense. When your opponent activates a monster effect that targets a monsters you control, if you control a Snowflower monster, quick effect, you contribute this card from your field or hand, negate that effect. I don't like how it's a target effect. I would like if it was targets or battles, like that would be nice, but I don't really like this effect. Like target effects do come up with like infinite impermanence and stuff, but it's not the best. If this card is in your graveyard, you contribute one plant monster, special on this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. All right, so like from what I'm getting here is the big ones special summon themselves from the graveyard, and then they banish themselves, and then the little ones, like the ones with less attack, just get you multiple summons. So there is synergy from the Graven board. Now this is the plant monster that obviously is the boss monster. If I remember correctly, her effect was tribute. You can target a monster, tribute it. If it has a plant material, it's a quick effect. And also, if a monster is tributed, this card gains 200 attack. So yeah, that's her effect basically. But let's go into these spell and trap cards. So Snowflower Saint Teardrop. I was hoping they would give us more Xyz monsters as well, to be honest, because like you've given us rank 4 engine and rank 6 engine. Give us a bit more. Come on. But let's go further. So, Stunning Snowflower, normal spell card. You can only activate one card with this name per turn. Um, you can also activate this card by tributing one plant monster. Wait, what? Okay. You can only activate one card with this card's name per turn. You can also activate this card by tributing one plant monster. With that text, I'm guessing you need to tribute a plant to activate it. Text. I hate text. Okay. Its basic effect, though, is add one Snowflower monster from your deck to your hand. Then, if you activate this card by tributing a monster, add one plant monster from your deck to your hand with a different name from the first monster, but at the original level. Huh. So, you add one Snowflower. Then, if you activate this card, oh, now it all makes sense. Okay. So, basically, what this does is if you activated this and tributed something to activate this, you don't only add a Snowflower monster, but you add one plant monster from your deck with a different name, but the same level. So essentially, what this is saying is, oh, I tributed my level 1 girl, and I chose to add this one. I chose to add Prim. Well, because I added Prim, I then get to add Cyclone. So, okay, that's pretty good. That's actually decent. Like, you get a free +1. Well, you get a neutral. It's not +1. Like that's pretty good. Okay, I like that. I like that. It basically says I'm gonna get my Xyz materials a lot easier, which is nice. Um, nice. All right. So now we've got Swirling Snowflowers, continuous spell card. You can only use this card's name effect once per turn. Obviously, it's because it's continuous. If a Snowflower monster you control is tributed, you can make your opponent tribute one monster they control, their choice. I like this. I like this a lot. One once per turn during your opponent's end phase, if you control a face-up non-plant monster, destroy this card. So you get Kaiju'd and then it's dead. But this has synergy with the Xyz monster, so you literally just tribute one of your own monsters and then force your opponent to then be like, hey, I don't want to tribute, but you gotta. And it's their choice, so it's like if there's an effect involved that doesn't that leaves them unaffected with spell cards, they still got to tribute that monster if they've got no other option, which is really nice. All right, traps now. All traps aren't the best, but that artwork is gorgeous. Oh my lord. So Silent Snowflake. You can only activate one card with this card's name per turn. You can also activate this card by tributing one plant monster. Okay. So summon one Snowflower monster from your graveyard in defense position. In defense position. Then, if you tributed a monster to activate this card, so summon one plant monster from your graveyard in defense position. So, I tribute to activate as cost. I then summon back the plant monster I just tributed, and then I summon another one. Oh, because like that's what it does. It says I can summon two plant monsters from my graveyard. Well, it says I can summon a sunflower and then a plant monster. So just tribute the sunflower, summon back the sunflower, special summon a plant. Seems pretty good to me. The dumb call of the haunted right there. Snowflower sheep. Okay. It has the same thing with the tributing. Target one face-up monster your opponent controls. Its effects cannot be activated on the field for the rest of this turn. Then if you tribute a plant monster to activate this effect, take control of that monster until the end phase, and if you do, it becomes a plant monster. Majority of the time, I'm going to use this as an impermanence. But if it's set on my turn and I can negate something and this is set, I'm not going to lie, I'm going to tribute something and steal that monster. That's pretty good. And it's also saying you can use like a tyrannical princess, titanial princess as well. But honestly, first looks at this deck, like honestly, I thought with the Xyz monster being pretty bland, I thought this deck would be not the best. But looking at a lot of the cards in the deck and looking at the synergy the deck has with itself and like the ways that this deck could go, like it's got a free searcher right here that searches pretty much any snowflake monster from the deck and summons itself back, while also having cards that can summon themselves and also summon other cards is really, really good. Like honestly, like all the monsters have synergy with themselves. Like this one tributes itself if a card is tributed itself back. This one tributes a card to summon itself back. So you're constantly going through plant monsters and you have so much plant support like Lone Fire Blossom in the game, Glow Up Bulb, Spore, the Gemini one, the Giganta plant. You've got so many different plant support in the game, so much different plant support in the game. And this deck actually looks like it will have some big potential, especially with something like Snowflower, Snowdrop, where you literally just tribute a plant and then you can special summon itself and another plant from your hand. Like, it doesn't matter if you can only summon plants that turn. You've basically giving yourself access into your rank 8 plays. So, like, this deck actually has a lot of interesting things. I can't wait to see what this goes. I'm definitely going to start testing this deck, most likely on Thursday for casual Thursdays on the channel. Yes, streams are moving over to YouTube, for Yu-Gi-Oh! That is. And I can't wait to kind of test this out, see what I can do with it, have fun with it, and just go with it. Because literally, having cards like this that say, "Oh, I'm going to add to a sunflower and a plant monster," sick. Oh, cards like this that say, "Oh, I'm going to force you to tribute," like, and it's their choice. So it's literally they can tribute anything they have. I love cards like this that are basically a double Call of the Haunted. Like, all of these cards have synergy with themselves, and they are all really interesting because of that. Some of them, like this one, I don't really like, but you have to play these ones because the ones like this give you like attack boost and they summon themselves from the grave. Ones like this, like I would be playing. I'll probably play 3 of this and 3 of this, and then probably play like 1 free because this one summons itself whenever it's attributed. Well, actually, no, I'll probably play 3 of this because it summons itself. No, it's only during the end phase. Like now, see, I'm already theorizing things where I can play. We're definitely playing 3 of this. Like this is insane. Just being this is basically a dupe frog that just keeps coming back, keeps giving you more cards, and keeps letting you play the game. And it's the best 1-for-1 target I've ever seen, pretty much right now. Outside of Quick Fix, Quick Fix was dumb and is still dumb. But guys, deck though, please guys tell me what your thoughts about of this deck in the comment section below. I can't wait to start testing this deck out. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm loving the idea behind it. Obviously, I mean, stop stealing artworks from Trickstar, stop copying homework, like come on, Konami. But yeah. Tell me what you thought of this video, guys. Tell me if you want to see more future videos in later on in the future. Tell me, press the like button, subscribe for more Yu-Gi-Oh content. Check out these streams that will come on this channel and my Twitch in the description. And yeah, guys, I'll see you guys in the next one. Robot One signing out. This set, though, I will say just before, Secret Slayers is going to be a very good set. And I'm very happy about that. But yeah, guys, Robot One signing out. I will see you guys in the next one.